Nsfw, Redditors who unexpectedly found someone you know on a porn site. How did that go? Broke up with a girl when I was 20, she moved out west. 2 years later a buddy emails me a link with OMG. Watch this, I open it. She's getting drilled with a facial ending. Her eyes were so glazed over she was obviously on some Howard drugs. Made me feel really sad for her. Reached out to her and have remained friends ever since. She's happily married now with 2 kids. Normal life. Basically said she was broke at the time and was offered $100 an AG of coke to do it. Wow, that do porn for coke, and a $100. Kinda fucked up, but when I was 13, one of the ads for the porn site I was on had Photoshop a picture of one of the girls at our school's Facebook picture. The original pic was kind of suggestive, but it was her backside and her turning around looking at the camera. Someone just took the picture, added her to a different background and added the text like, hot horny 18-year-old ready to fuck, or something like that. I was shocked and I didn't know what to do about it. She was 13 and someone was using her Facebook picture for a porn ad, and it wasn't like I could say, hey, I was watching porn and I saw you on an ad. What's even more messed up is wondering how someone even found that picture. Could it have been someone on her friends list, Google's database? And what were the odds that I would just happen to see that? I eventually told my friends what I saw and they all admitted to see it at some point too. I feel like this was extremely common during the MySpace era. High school girls were having their nicer pics stolen and put on porn or dating site ads. I'm sure for Facebook it was the same thing. They just scour social media for pictures. Happened to my sister years ago. A male friend of hers called to tell you her this, and she called the site. They said, too bad, so sad. She replied, do you want to say that to my lawyer? The next day all was removed. Girl I went to HS with did porn. They looked exactly like I imagined. Same, except a girl I very briefly dated in high school, who did a couple porn scenes. The scenes themselves were uncomfortable, I guess. She was visibly and uncomfortably not into it, at least. Anyway, it ended up being a huge wake-up call for her, I believe. And she's now very successful in her chosen career. Edit. No, I won't link any of it. Like, in the back of a Volkswagen. Someone, revenge, posted nude photos of mine on Pornhub. I was a minor back then, so the site's customer support was 5*, very helpful and nice. I just sent them the link to the album the poster created and they deleted it right away. Edit. Wording. Pornhub customer service is seemingly top-notch. Well, they were a minor. Pornhub doesn't really have a choice there. I found my friend has had a porno doppelganger. At first I thought it was her for sure because they shared so many physical characteristics. I did a search of the actress and found the actress increased breast size in later videos and my friend stayed the same. I recall thinking about the year or so where she and I were the other's wingman at parties. I also thought about the times I dropped her off at random parties and had to wonder if I had dropped her off at a porno shoot. I was glad it wasn't her in the end. We call that a doppelbanger, although I never found it. My ex-stepsister from my dad's third ex-wife is apparently on some porn sites. I only found out about this years ago when my dad's wife asked my wife for advice on how to deal with an unruly 18-year-old. Apparently since 15, that was always a threat of hers. That the moment she turned 18 she would make a ton of money doing porno. So high school just didn't matter. She was in juvenile detention for a few months. Apparently when she turned 18 some guys flew her out to California and made the videos. She was missing for like a month. This was 10 years ago. I've never heard anything about it since, but I know it always bothered my dad's wife. And GT, although I never found it. How many hours did you spend looking? Not enough yet. Unexpect that shit took me all day. Who did you find? Your Mo ran into a trending thread on R's tip on my penis a while back. Turns out one of the top-rated threads of all time was of a couple I went to college with and shared a number of mutual friends with. Wasn't 100% positive it was her, but a friend who used to live with her confirmed as much. Guess they posted some stuff to GW couples or one of those related subs. Was a bit of a surprise at first, but more power to them this year. There was a mum at my primary school. She was a hooker turned porn star, and one day her dad saw her picture in a porno mag. Turns out she's done a bunch of shitty porn. Everyone at school loved her from then on. Her poor kid, no one knows his name, he's just the porn star's son. Holy fuck, that kid is either fucked or dead. I hope he find peace, if not God help the bastard. No, he could say the good sex runs in the family. No, I acted like I didn't know and flirted with her. She said this isn't the right time to start a relationship. So much for sparking up an old flame. F you. As an Asian guy, I only watch Asian porn if it's amateur because I find the pixelated naughty bits annoying. I was really surprised when I found a video of me fucking someone because that person swore that the video would be for personal use only. Thankfully our faces weren't in frame and I couldn't see how someone would connect me to that video, given that it was in a different Asian country from where I live. So you rubbed one to yourself? I mean, I would. So, back in college I worked at a store known for lotion and candles. A lot of us were young and the same age, so hung out on weekends. One girl was a bit older and crazy, loved to tell us about all the sex she had. We assumed it was jokes for attention. She unexpectedly quit and moved to California without so much as a goodbye. One night at a party, one of the guys came and said we all had to see this video. He opens up a website about golden showers. And there is our former co-worker, naked on the floor, having guys pee on her. Not only was she on a site getting peed on, but also on another having multiple guys come on her face. There was also a video of her in the back of a limo, drunk, begging to find a homeless guy to have homeless babies with. Of course every co-worker found out and joked about it. We thought the end was near until one day in the back room, my manager came back and said we had to come out. She was dying laughing. There was a guy buying candles wearing a shirt that had the website we found, former co-worker getting peed on. Hope she's good and doesn't have homeless babies. And GT. There was a guy buying candles wearing a shirt that had the website we found, former co-worker getting peed on. Wearing a shirt with the logo of a porn site in public. My wild guess would be the guy was some kind of employee, production assistant or something like that, and they sent him on a lotion run. Also raises the possibility that this is how the former co-worker got scouted by one of their people shopping there before. I found a few friends on FetLife, so that was interesting. Also a few others with modeling careers. Yeah, I live in a smallish town and got curious about FetLife, so I checked it out and saw half a dozen different people I went to high school with. And it was none of the people I would have fantasized about seeing naked. Overall, a disappointing experience. I saw a girl I'd known since grade school's butt getting fucked, so that was interesting. A girl that I took to junior prom ended up getting into some very bad porn, but from time to time I look for it and fancy myself a tug. Edit, not English. I used to work with a girl that really was trying to find herself in college. Super sweet, attractive, but a lot of failed relationships and hardships damaged her life. One night, she came into work distressed and said, "You know what, I'm going to shoot a porno." Yes, it was really that random, monsieur. We all kind of blew it off because we just considered this to be an outburst. That was until we realized she actually went through with it. It ended up leading to her intervention where we tried to get her the help she needed. The people that ended up watching it still couldn't look at her the same way, and she ended up just focusing on school afterwards. Still powered through, and busted the nut. This is what I'm talking about. Way to go, man. What a good friend. Rubbed my dick raw in a few hours. This is why OP's question is pointless. We all know that we could open a deli with all the meat being beaten. Beating all meat is gonna give you a pretty tough cut. Found my tattoo artist in a softcore video. It was pretty hot and I used it for science. I never mentioned it to her as I feel like it's a hot secret to have. Whenever I find out secrets like that about people I know, I think it's way better not to tell anybody. Or if it's something I find out about them and they don't know, not to tell them, monsieur. It's so hot and thrilling. Some guy the first note from high school is in a MAGA-themed gay orgy of like 15 to 20 people. They're literally all wearing MAGA hats and just fucking. We know it's him because we matched up his tattoos from the video with pictures from social media. Make America gay again. Everybody back on the pie. To give some background, my sister used to be a stripper. She made really good money and she made some lifelong friends. When I was about 14, I was on my older sister's Facebook profile, looking for a funny picture of my niece when I came across a photo set of her and her best friend, posing and stuff. I decided to look because it looked normal from the preview pictures shown, but it said there were 20 or so more, so I looked. I wish I hadn't. It was a photo set of her and her best friend having sex. I guess it was a porno photo shoot. Saw tongue on vag, vag on vag, dildo in vag. Just full on lesbian porn. I messaged my sister and told her I was scared for life. She asked why. I told her I saw the photo set. Being the dumb kid I was, I tried to find it again so my mom would believe me, but it was gone. She deleted it and her entire account. I'm 21 now and she still doesn't have a Facebook to this day.